All right, thank you guys. No NBA till I believe March 10th. Not going to see the NBA for a while, although it is All-Star weekend, so I'm sure there's plenty of things you can drop some prop bets on. But regardless, welcome to our college basketball video here today for Friday, March 5th. And, if you're new here, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to my channel. My name is Brock Page, and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. And if you end up liking what you see here today, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and join the Brock Page family. I'd love to have you. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into some college action. Dayton takes on VCU, 3:30 p.m. Eastern tip-off in the A10. VCU's minus 4.5, totals 133. Now, this game is being played on the campus of VCU, the Siegel Center in Richmond, Virginia, is where they've actually played a bunch of these A10 ball games. Now, we did go 5-0 yesterday in our 5 premium sports picks on my Patreon website. It's also going to improve our record to a staggering 10-0 in our last 10 extra daily pick tier package plays on that Patreon page as well. And if you want to join the 1,125 members who are currently signed up and active on that page, a link for that site is in the description section below. Once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, VCU is essentially playing a home game here despite being in tournament play. I think it technically goes down as a neutral site game. But having said that, though, the Rams' top 2 scorers are both looking a little banged up here. Both Highland and Williams are listed as questionable here today, both with foot injuries. Now, the Rams have also lost 2 out of their last 3, and they successfully covered the point spread in just 4 out of their last 10. And even with their leading scorers in the lineup this year, we're still looking at a Virginia Commonwealth squad who makes only 31% of their three-pointers at the Siegel Center. Not shooting the long ball very good at home. Now, they're taking on a Dayton squad who's 7-4 against the spread in their 11 games away from their home court themselves. The Flyers are currently on a 2-game winning streak, and they've gone 70% against the number in their last 10. Jalen Krucher scoring 18 points a game along with 3 rebounds and 5 assists. Meanwhile, E.B. Watson scoring 16 points a game himself along with 4 rebounds. The Flyers are giving up just 67 points per contest, and they're holding their opponents to just 41% shooting from the field. Now, total-wise, 2 out of Dayton's last 4 stayed under the number. VCU saw 4 out of their last 5 stay under the line themselves. The Rams are also 8-2 to the under in their last 10. And, well, with their 2 leading scorers banged up, I'm not really sure who's going to put the points up here today for the Rams. So I'm going to lean toward the Dayton Flyers plus 4.5 and the under 133. Next matchup, it is going to be George Mason versus Davidson, 5:30 p.m. Eastern start time, and that's going to be at the Robins Center on the campus of Richmond. The Davidson Wildcats are the 6-point favorite, totals 131. Now, Davidson's lost 2 out of their last 3 ball games, just 58 points per contest they averaged during that short span. Davidson also failed to cover the point spread in 5 out of their last 8 qualifying ball games. They're taking on a George Mason squad who's on a 5-game winning streak themselves, and they won 3 of 4 neutral site games this season as well. The Patriots averaged 74 points per contest in their games away from home. They're also holding their opponents to just 69 points per contest for the entire season. Jordan Miller scoring over 15.5 points a night, 6 rebounds, couple assists for the 6'6 guard. Meanwhile, Javon Green's averaging nearly a dozen a game himself, along with 5 rebounds and 2 assists as well. Now, total-wise, George Mason is 60% to the over in their last 10 ball games, 7-3 to the over in their last 10 contests away from their home court. Meanwhile, Davidson saw contests with Fordham, St. Joe's, and Dayton get over the line themselves within their past 10 ball games. I'm going to lean toward the underdog George Mason Patriots plus 6 and the over 131. All right, our next contest, not on our big screen behind me, but it's going to be in the ACC. I'm talking about Boston College versus Miami, 6 p.m. Eastern tip. The Miami Hurricanes are -4 with the total at 147.5. And if you like BC and an upset on the road here, They're plus 165 on the money line. Now, Boston College, they've covered 2 out of their last 3 ball games, and one of those covers was an outright victory over Notre Dame. BC's currently 4-2 against the spread in their 6 official road games, and they find themselves averaging 76 points per contest when they travel. Jay Heath is scoring over 15 points a game along with a couple of rebounds. Meanwhile, C.J. Felder is averaging double digits a game himself, along with 6 boards and 35 total blocks on the season. Now they're taking on a Miami squad who's on a 6-game losing streak, and they also dropped 10 out of their last 11. Now the Canes are averaging only 65 points per contest, and they're making only 29% of their three-pointers. Oddly enough, though, 4 out of Miami's last 7 ball games did get over the posted total. They're also 8-6 to the over on their home court. Meanwhile, 5 out of BC's last 7 got over the line themselves. 5-1 to the over as the official road team. I'm going to lean toward the Boston College Eagles plus 4 and the over 147.5. Next ball game, Maction. I'm talking about Kent State versus Buffalo, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The Buffalo Bulls are minus 5.5 with a total at 155. Now, Buffalo did fail to cover the point spread in 3 out of their last 5 ball games. Just 4-5 against the spread in their last 9 qualifying home games. The Bulls are allowing 73 points a game. They're taking on a Kent State program who won 8 out of their last 10 ball games themselves, and they're officially 7-3 against the number in their 10 road games. Danny Pippen is scoring over 19 points a game along with 8 rebounds and a couple assists. The 6'9 forward is also making 81% of his free throws, and he's recorded 26 total blocks. Meanwhile, Mike Nuga is also averaging nearly 18 points a game himself, along with 5.5 boards. Now, the senior guard has also recorded 19 total steals defensively as well. The Golden Flashes are scoring 78 points per contest. They're also holding their opponents to just 41% shooting from the field. Now, total-wise, Kent State did see 2 out of their last 3 ball games stay under the line, 5-3 to the under in their last 8. Meanwhile, Buffalo saw their last 3 straight stay under the total themselves, 7-2 to the under in their last 9. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward the Kent State Golden Flashes plus 5.5 and the under 155. All right, next ball game, we're going to stay in the MAC conference. I'm talking about Ball State versus Toledo, 7 o'clock Eastern start time. The Toledo Rockets are minus 8.5, numbers 153 juice to the over. Now, Toledo's 11-1 straight up at the Savage Arena, 82 points per contest they average there. Marion Jackson is scoring 17 points per contest, along with 6 boards and 6 assists. The senior guard has also recorded 51 total steals and makes over 92% of his free throws, certainly making you pay when you put him to the line. Meanwhile, teammate Spencer Littleson is scoring nearly 14 a night himself, a couple of boards a game, but listen to this one. Littleson is making 49% of his three-pointers, 49% shooting from three-land for the 6'4 senior. Littleson's made 93 three-pointers thus far in the year. Now, Toledo's in the top 20 in the country in scoring on average per game, top 20 in offensive three-point percentage. No real surprise there. You can thank Littleson for that. Now, they're taking on a Ball State program who's won just 3 of 10 on the road this season, and they went just 30% against the number in those 10 contests. Now, Ball State's currently a game below 500, and they give up 75 points per contest when they travel. And for as many overs as the Cardinals have seen this season, they went 6-4 to the under in their last 10 meetings with Toledo. Meanwhile, the Rockets on the other side of things saw 2 out of their last 3 outings stay under the line themselves. 6 out of their last dozen home games stayed under the total as well. I'm going to lean toward the Toledo Rockets minus 8.5 and the under 153. All right, next matchup back in the ACC. For some reason, the Xfinity app not showing love to the ACC here today. Maybe it's a contractual thing. But our next game, not on the big screen. I'm talking about Georgia Tech versus Wake Forest, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Now, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets are minus 9, totals 137.5. And as good as GT has been in certain spots this year, this is a mighty big number to be laying on the road, especially from a team who scores just 69 points a night when they travel. Tech's also just 3-5 straight up as the official road team. And they let their opponents make nearly 40% of their three-pointers away from home as well. Now they're taking on a Wake Forest team who, for as bad as they've been, they still find themselves playing .500 basketball at home. And despite struggling a bit offensively this year, the Demon Deacons are giving up only 66 points per contest as the official home team. Davian Williamson scoring over a dozen a game for Wake Forest, 2 rebounds, 2 assists for the junior guard. Williamson's also recorded 29 total steals defensively. Meanwhile, Isaiah Musius is also averaging double digits a night himself, along with 5 rebounds. Now, total-wise, Wake Forest's last 3 straight all stayed under the number, 70% to the under in their last 10. Meanwhile, Georgia Tech saw contests with Virginia Tech, Pitt, Virginia, and Louisville stay under the line themselves within the past month or so. I'm going to lean toward yet another underdog in this one. Give me the underdog, Wake Forest Demon Deacons +9 and the under 137.5. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our next and final matchup for the show here. Should be a good one. I'm talking about Colorado State versus Nevada, 9 p.m. Eastern start time in Reno. The Colorado State Rams are -1 on the road here. Total's 145. And if you like the Nevada Wolfpack in the slightest of upsets at home here, they're +$1 for some money line cash. Now, the Wolfpack successfully covered the point spread in 5 out of their last 6 ball games. 9-2 straight up this season at the Lawler Event Center. Nevada's in the top 35 in the country in defensive field goal percentage. They're also giving up just 64 points a game on their home court. Grant Sherfield scoring 18 points a night for the Wolfpack, 3 rebounds, 6 assists for the sophomore guard. Sherfield also makes 87% of his foul shots, and he's recorded 36 total steals for the season. Meanwhile, Desmond Cambridge Jr. is scoring 15.5 points a game himself, 4 boards and 2.5 assists for the 6'4 junior. Cambridge is also drilling over 87% of his free throws as well. They're taking on a Colorado State team who, suffered 3 out of their 4 total losses this season on the road. The Rams have also recently struggled with Nevada in recent meetings. Just 2-8 straight up in their last 10 head-to-head contests. Colorado State failed to cover the number in 3 out of their last 6 ball games, and they make just 33% of their three-pointers on the road. Now, total-wise, 4 out of Colorado State's last 5 ball games stayed under the number. 5-4 to the under officially on the road. Meanwhile, Nevada saw contests with Boise, UNLV, Wyoming, and Fresno all stay under the line within their past 10 ball games themselves. I'm going to lean toward the underdog Nevada Wolfpack +1 and the under 145. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our quick pick recap. Once again, powered to you by my Patreon website, where we went 5-0 in our 5 premium sports picks on that Patreon page yesterday. We're also 10-0 in our last 10 extra daily picks on that very same Patreon page. I like Dayton +4.5 under 133. George Mason +6 over 131. Boston College +4 over 147.5. Kent State +5.5 under 155. Toledo -8.5 under 153. Wake Forest +9 under 137 and a hook. And before I give you my next and final free pick for the show here, one final reminder to please hit that subscribe button right now if you really ended up enjoying today's video. I like the Nevada Wolfpack +1 and the under 145. And with that, guys, just another quick reminder that all the content on my YouTube channel is for entertainment purposes only. I don't make any guarantees of any kind. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into some shout-outs to our top 10 YouTube commenters over the past couple of days or so. Shout out to Doritos, which, if you put that together, it's Doritos. So is it Doritos or Doritos? I don't know. Shout out to Doritos, Ryan Moore, Calvin Moulton, Marcus Beasley, King Jackson, Juan Gomez, DJ Wavy. Shout out to Boom You Stupid, Hamza Katak, and last but certainly not least, got to give a shout out to my good friend, Sandbox Mafia Yo-Yo. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. If you guys decide to get a package here today, just keep in mind we'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. Most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Friday to you. Best of luck to you. And don't forget to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.